7-4 Cajuns over ULM this afternoon. Our Cadence Bank 10th inning show. Cadence Bank, a proud partner of Warhawk Athletics, meeting the Warhawks right where you are. Cadence Bank member FDIC. Talking with Coach Mike Federico, our postgame coaches interview is brought to you by St. Francis Medical Center. They're suited up and ready to meet your unique healthcare needs. They put in the hard work because when it comes to your health, every day is game day. St. Francis Medical Center is proud to be the official medical provider of ULM Athletics. 7-4 loss today, but really another one in it, and just a couple of pitches that they were able to take over the wall a couple of times and use that power game to their advantage. But, I mean, your guys battled all the way through and gave yourselves a chance, even down 7-1, fought back and had a little momentum there in the 6th and 7th innings, just down a little too much today. But just the fight in your team seemed like it was still there here down the stretch this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm proud of those guys for keep going and you know, they took advantage. I know the long ball, but it all seemed to happen with either a hit batsman or a walk in front of it. So, but, you know, for the most part, it was a lot of damage control innings. We did a really good job of some things. Hated that for Chipper, you know, back here playing at the place he started his career. And, I mean, he's 93, 94, but ends up hitting the guy and then gives up a home run. And I think he walked a guy and ended up giving a home run after that. So, you know, 2 hits and he gives up 4 runs. But, you know, long ball definitely is nice to have. Something we hadn't hit a home run in a while. I don't know how many games it's been for us, but I think it's been maybe since Georgia State. So it's nice to get those quick strikes with that, something that they can do. And then they also have some speed. They got a couple stolen bases today as well. And, you know, we try to hit and run one time and line out to somebody. I think there was one other play. I can't remember, something else that we kind of tried to execute something and just didn't work for us. You know, so, you know, you hate that. And sometimes it's just you're an inch or two away from a play or a hit or a defensive, you know, stop. And we weren't able to capitalize with that today. But, you know, we take advantage of a drop fly ball.
Yeah.
Come back and score there. And, I mean, we're down 7-1. And we get it within striking distance. I mean, that's all you can ask is be 3 or 4 down going into the 9th. And we had our chances. We just couldn't string anything together.
Second straight week for Bo that he got in a little trouble in the first inning, gave up a solo homer, and then the double to DeBarge and an RBI groundout brings him in. But then he settled in after that, gave up the homer to DeBarge. But, I mean, we've talked many times. I mean, you'll live with solo homers as a pitcher.
Yeah.
And so he did a nice job today. What did you see from Bo on the mound?
Yeah, I mean, his command I thought was really good. I mean, I know he walked one, but I think he punched about 5 or 6, didn't he?
6, yeah.
Six strikeouts. I mean, the command was really good. You know, and the home run to LaFleur, he must have something for us because he had a home run when he was at Ole Miss a couple years ago when we played him. And then he transfers here, and I think he's got a home run in almost every game that he plays. Coach Deggs did a good job of getting him in the game, I guess. He doesn't have a ton of at-bats on the year, but, you know, I thought the pitch to LaFleur, 2 strikes, you know, solid pitch, and he just gets it. And then the double was with 2 strikes, and then the hit up the middle was with 2 strikes. We just couldn't put him away, even though he had, you know, 6 strikeouts in his 4-inning stint. So that was a disappointing thing. But I thought Bo, you know, I thought he was good. He competed, and being down 3-0. I mean, I don't really, you know, I'm not worried about that in essence, because you hope that your offense is going to get going from that standpoint. But you know, a little too late.
Haynes and Hit too. I know you got Haynes has been working through some things, but stretch him out for 2 innings today, and Hit comes in and just does what he's been doing for you. And guys that, again, you know, maybe haven't been in the highest pressure situations, but they come through and keep it a 3-run game for you. What'd you get from those 2 today?
Yeah, Haynes has been battling with a little back injury, just kind of spasms and some things like that. So, I mean, you know, we didn't have him last week against Coastal, which was unfortunate because you never know because he's been pitching, you know, he's been pitching at good clips and all those kind of things, and we've got to keep getting him out there. But to hang the 2 zeros was great, and I thought it was the moment to bring in Hit because it was left, right, left, I think, that was coming up for him, and we got to keep getting him out there as well, and they did what they're supposed to. I mean, ultimately, the pitchers, for the most part, did exactly what they're supposed to do today. You know, 1 or 2 balls that leave the yard, that was the negative side of it. But if those balls don't leave the yard, who knows what happens? And you know, again, proud of our guys. Think that we're fighting. It's just, you know, just disheartening for us, and just trying to find a way for them. Trying to encourage them and trying to, you know, push the right buttons for them to, you know, see that they can compete, which we're competing, but that we can win too.
you come back tomorrow, and this is the first time since opening weekend it's trying to salvage a game. You guys have won at least one every other series this year, but, to be in this spot, but however, you have guys in the bullpen today that, if you need them, they can come back tomorrow again. It feels like you got a full tank there. Feels like maybe a little momentum late in this game offensively, even though Holzhammer shut it down the last 2 innings. It seems like, to have that third game, and you talk about Championship Sunday, it's still a big game, even if you're down 0-2, to try not to get swept. And I think key in this Sun Belt race to try to get one this weekend. Just how do you get these guys fired up, get them back out here tomorrow ready to go?
Well, that's a great question. Hopefully the competitive nature in each one of them gets themselves fired up, but definitely going to have some things I'm going to have to motivate them with. 30-game schedule is a long season, and just being able to pick 1 or 2 here, and hopefully on this backside we can find a way. I mean, because we've got a tough stretch. I mean, when you look at the back half of the season, I mean, we go to, some of the better facilities and, from a crowd base and everything. We're going to some really good places. So we've got our hands full the rest of the year. We know that. It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. You could put every name you want from our league standpoint. So just the ability to taste it, and that's what I'm just hoping our guys can do. Trying to encourage them in every way I can. And, we've had great practices, and we're doing things right. And just, again, tasting that success is the hardest part.
Coach, thanks for the time. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Thanks, Mike.
Head coach Mike Federico with us here. And